Alfie is a young gentleman who unfortunately lost his dad through suicide.
He had a really good relationship with him, but for the year or two before he passed away, he was suffering from mental health problems, so it wasn't as either of them would have liked it really. When you've got a mental health illness, it's difficult and you don't realise how sick you actually are.
And he got in touch with the club to look at how he can better support other kids.
He spent a lot of time being very isolated because even though it's very common, it's also very rare for him to know anyone in the same situation.
I decided that I wanted to help other people in worse situations.
First got in touch with us through something that he'd written on social media, and it touched us as a football club and as Everton in the community.
It was all from meeting up with a homeless man, and it really upset him because he thought, well, I've had a really rubbish year because I've lost my dad, but that man has to wake up every morning, he's got no home, so he just decided he wanted to help people. And because he knows all about Everton and Everton the community and how much they do to help people anyway, he figured they would be the best people to speak to. So he just produced this letter that he'd written.
Dear Everton, my name is Alfie and I have had a tough year. Because my dad went to heaven due to a mental health illness, I want to do stuff for the less fortunate.
And I read it, burst out crying and thought, well, I'll put it on Twitter and see if it can get there, like over social media. And it took Everton about 4 hours before someone phoned me and invited him along for a meeting.
The fact that it was kind of Alfie asking us to help him help other people rather than it just kind of us help him was probably more of an unusual request. So Alfie came up with Alfie's Squad.
Alfie's Squad is to help people in my situation, so children, to help like if they're bereaved by suicide. So I just don't want other people to go through the struggle that I went through, because it was just 6 weeks of counselling and then that's it. You just have to try and go on and do something without any clearer explanation.
He wanted to create some events and activities, and also, you know, so that people could join in, and also whilst he could raise funds, people could make friends.
Now I've raised about £6,000, coming up to 7,000, and I hope to still keep on going.
One of the things that Alfie's brought to us is a different perspective, and that perspective from a young person is going to make us do something different. We have plans to build a permanent facility next to Goodison Park, but through getting to know Alfie, we have a different approach now.
Everton goalkeeper legend Neville Southall said that I'm his hero, and like I look up to him being a goalkeeper myself, so that was pretty like eye-opening.
To have the mentality of wanting to help others, especially at such a young age, is inspirational. So I think everyone could learn a thing or two from Alfie, and if there was more Alfies in the world, it'd be a better place.
If I help one person, I'll be happy because I've made a difference. But I want to help as many people as possible, because so many other people, like something like 80 people die from suicide a day, so I want to help people.
It's easy to say that, you know, people are inspiring, but this is just on a whole other level. We love being involved with Alfie and look forward to the relationship growing and growing and helping more people in the future.